Welcome to this ABC 36 News Update. I'm Tom Kenny. So how much rain did they get in southern Kentucky? The video will tell the story. That's Cumberland Falls. Look at that. Multiple thunderstorms brought a grand total of 4 to 6 inches of rain to Whitley County in less than 7 hours. The river rose 11 feet on Tuesday. It crested at the falls around midday Thursday. Some people at the falls told us they have never seen anything like it. Yesterday's storms, of course, weren't as bad as some earlier in the week, but as ABC 36's Carla Wade shows us, they hit one part of Madison County just at the wrong time.
There's more than just a bit of irony in this year's theme for the Patty A. Clay Auxiliary Ball.
The theme this year is Under the Sea.
Under a deluge of rain and gusty winds, a giant tent, chairs, tables, and decorations set up for the Saturday event were toppled and tossed around the park.
There were a lot of seaweed decorations that were floating around Lake Reba.
Crews were putting their finishing touches on the setup when the winds began to pick up.
They took cover in their cars. The tent was cut in half, and some tables seemed to look like flying saucers into Lake Reba.
The same storm system earlier drenched Woodford County. When it arrived in Madison County, it knocked out power in some places like this intersection near EKU. In other places, already low-lying branches rested on some power lines. And there were reports of flash flooding near creeks, but the water quickly receded. Cleanup continues at the park. As for Saturday night's ball,
the show will go on.
In Madison County, Carla Wade, ABC 36 News.
And now to a story a lot of people are talking about. Wildlife authorities in Ohio want a fawn returned to that state from Kentucky so they can euthanize it. It's a controversy that began with one woman who thought she was doing the right thing. The orphan baby deer known as Sunny was rescued by Leslie Kane. The fawn stumbled out in the woods a couple of weeks ago. She brought it home. Neighbors didn't like that in Ohio, so she brought it to central Kentucky to live on a farm. That's when wildlife investigators tracked her down.
I'd done my duty that I felt was the right thing, and now 2 weeks later, I find out that I'm being investigated.
Well, I realize that they have a legal right to do what they're doing because it's the law and they're there to uphold the law. I just think it's extreme.
Yeah. She faces 60 days in jail and a $500 fine for violating state and federal laws, a law that prohibits rescuing animals like Sunny because of the fear of transmitting disease, and a law prohibiting the transport of wildlife across state lines. The state of Ohio wants to euthanize Sunny and test him for disease. That is our report. Get more at WTVQ.com.